Today, I'm talking about something that's often misunderstood, often ignored, and definitely not talked about enough. Your prostate. I know just saying the word prostate might make some of you a little uncomfortable. But stick with me for a few minutes, because what I'm going to share could genuinely protect your quality of life, or even save your life one day. Here's the truth. Too many men are ignoring early warning signs or brushing off real symptoms, not because they do not care, but because it feels awkward to talk about, or they assume it's only something to worry about later in life. And that's the first major mistake. You see, there are a handful of common and totally preventable mistakes that I see all the time when it comes to prostate health. And the scary part is, most men do not even realize they are making them. Whether you are in your 30s, 50s, or well into your 60s, what you do or don't do about your prostate today can seriously affect your quality of life tomorrow. Number 1. Ignoring early urinary symptoms. Now, you may think it's just a part of getting older, waking up more at night to use the bathroom, needing to go more often, having trouble starting your stream, or feeling like you did not fully empty your bladder. But here's the thing. These are some of the earliest signs that something might be off with your prostate. And no, it is not just annoying. It could be a sign of benign prostatic hyperplasia, or an enlarged prostate, or even early signs of something more serious like prostate cancer. And no, these issues do not show up with alarms or flashing lights. They creep in slowly and quietly. That's why so many men ignore them, until it becomes something more serious. So if you've noticed any of these changes, even if they seem small, don't ignore them. Your body has a way of speaking up when something's not quite right. The key is to listen. Number 2. Assuming erectile dysfunction is a normal part of aging. A lot of men assume erectile dysfunction is just something you have to live with as you get older. And sure, age plays a role. And yes, testosterone declines over time. But if you are dealing with consistent issues getting or maintaining an erection, that's not something you should just accept as normal. The truth is, erectile dysfunction can be a sign of something deeper going on. It's often linked to poor blood flow, nerve issues, or even inflammation in the prostate. In fact, it can sometimes be an early warning sign of heart problems or hormone imbalances. Think of it like this. Your blood vessels are kind of like the warning lights on your car's dashboard. If your circulation is not working well down there, it may be a sign that your heart's not too happy either. So instead of ignoring it or just relying on quick fixes, have a conversation with your doctor. Addressing the root cause can not only improve your performance, but it could also help protect your long-term health. Number 3. Thinking prostate cancer always has symptoms. Now let me clear up this big misconception about prostate cancer. Thinking it always has symptoms. But here's the truth. Most of the time, it usually doesn't. Prostate cancer in its early stages is often completely silent, and most men with early-stage prostate cancer feel perfectly fine. No pain, no urinary issues, nothing that would tip you off. That's why regular screenings are so important. By the time you feel symptoms, the cancer could already be more advanced and harder to treat. So just because you feel great does not mean you are in the clear. Early-stage prostate cancer is highly treatable and has an excellent survival rate. So if you are over 50 or younger, with risk factors like family history or being African American, talk to your doctor about PSA testing. It's a simple blood test that could save your life. Do not rely on your body to send a clear signal. Be proactive. Number 4. Thinking it's only older men's problem. This is another common misconception that prostate problems only affect older men, but that's simply not true. While it's true that issues like an enlarged prostate or prostate cancer become more common after age 50, younger men are not immune. Conditions like prostatitis, which is an inflammation of the prostate, can affect men in their 30s and 40s, causing pain, discomfort, and urinary issues. I have seen guys in their early 30s dealing with pelvic pain, painful urination, and even sexual dysfunction, all tied back to prostate inflammation. And while it's rare, prostate cancer can and does occur in men under 50, especially if you have a family history. So do not fall into the trap of thinking you are too young to worry. If you have symptoms, get them checked out. Being young does not make you invincible. You do not have to wait for a magic birthday to start caring about your prostate seriously. When it comes to your health, it's always better to be proactive now than reactive later. Number 5. Over-relying on supplements. Look, I get it. You want to take charge of your health. Maybe you have heard about saw palmetto, zinc, pumpkin seed oil, or some fancy blend that promises to support your prostate health, and you are thinking, hey, I have found a magic bullet. It's totally understandable. You are trying to be proactive. But here's the problem. Many men start popping pills without ever talking to a healthcare provider. Supplements can help in some cases, but they are not all backed by solid science. They are also not regulated in the same way as medications are. That means the quality, dose, and ingredients, even whether it actually works, can really vary from one brand to the next. Plus, and this is important, some supplements can interfere with medications you are already taking. Or even worse, they can give you a false sense of security, while a real problem is brewing quietly beneath the surface. So here's the best move. Do not guess. Ask. If you are thinking about adding any supplement to your routine, bring it up at your next checkup and get professional advice. A healthcare provider can help you figure out what's useful and what's just hype, so you are making smart, safe choices for your health. Number 6. Not knowing the difference between enlarged prostate and prostate cancer. Both an enlarged prostate and prostate cancer involve the same part of the body, but they're not the same thing. In fact, they are very different, even though the symptoms can look a lot alike. An enlarged prostate, also known as BPH, or benign prostatic hyperplasia, simply means the prostate has grown larger than normal. It is not cancer, and having BPH does not mean you are more likely to get prostate cancer either. It's incredibly common, especially as men get older. While it can cause frustrating urinary symptoms, it is not life-threatening. Prostate cancer, on the other hand, is much more serious. That's when abnormal cells in the prostate start growing uncontrollably, and in some cases they can spread to other parts of the body. And here's the tricky part. The symptoms of both conditions can feel very similar. That means you can't just go by how you feel. You need real answers. And this is where testing, like PSA blood tests and digital rectal exams, comes in. It's not about guessing, it's about knowing for sure. Self-diagnosing based on internet searches or anecdotes from friends can be misleading. There is no substitute for a proper medical evaluation. The point is, don't wait until something feels wrong. Screenings are about staying ahead, not catching up after things have gone south. If there's one thing you take from this video, let it be this. Early detection changes everything,